Hi everybody, and welcome back to KeyFlux versus the Keyraken. KeyFlux Adventure of the Crucible, whichever name I choose to give. Anyway, alright, so let's continue our exploration of the secrets of the deep. So just so you know, I'm recording this one with OBS and practicing for the streaming that will happen for me in a few days, although by the time you see this video, it would have been a few weeks back. But yeah, that's just how it works time-wise. So I will attempt to use all my layout and like change them in real time. The one I'm most weary of is the ember counter because I feel that might slow me down a bit. But well, I will experiment. This is what it's for. I'm just recording, so I can take as much time as I want. I can always edit it after. And then if I decides that it doesn't work, then I will just not do it for the stream. So yeah, this is a way for me to practice. All right, so anyway, let's get to it. Let's continue our exploration. So we have 4 decks left. Oh, we're almost there. Here we go. Deck number 8, I believe, yes. Okay, deck number 8, here we go. What will it be? It is Unfathomable, Untamed, and Saurian, Karoleena, Governor of Cherrybranch. There we go, a little preview for you with a cool Archon design. Well, they're all pretty cool, but yeah, this one was really nice. It's got kind of like the swirly thing from Moana. Yeah, that's the references I use, I know. Okay, there we go. Let's remove the tide card and shuffle. Alright, don't be surprised if you hear some noises in the background. There's Peppa Pig going on the TV. Anyway, a Sorarium, lovely. Each creature with the lowest power cannot reap. That is very interesting. Spore Gorger. Brachiaditus. Ooh, I haven't seen this one before. Deploy 9 power beast. Placed on each of Brachiaditus' neighbor and move 1 ember from each of them to the common supply. Alright. I don't know what to think of this guy. I guess he's kind of situational. We shall see. Call of the Void. Kangafan. And oh, a punctuated equilibrium. Nice. Alright. Well, that will work quite well for... well, I don't know if I will work against the Keyraken, but would allow me to be a little bit more efficient, I guess. Because I can play the untamed stuff, play punctuated equilibrium to discard that stuff. I mean, a Sorarium may be useful. It's difficult to know because the Keyraken's creatures tend to get big fairly quickly, so that would hurt me more than my opponent. Or I could start with that, because again I can play this guy first turn without stunning anything, and then I can use him to fight and destroy the heavy stuff. Yeah, maybe I'll do that actually. Alright, let's try this Sorarium thing. Let's see how that goes. Alright, so I gain 1 ember. Coucou. Hmm. Alright, so that should, yeah, that goes one. No, that's not the right one. Up, up. There we go, one ember. Alright, this is gonna be slow. And I played the Brachiaditus. Okay. So I draw two cards, a Horrid Sinnen and an Imperial Road. Oh wow, I've had lots of Imperial Roads in this box. Well, I suppose that's my second one in that box, but yeah, I've never had one before, so this is cool. I like Imperial Road. Anyway, okay, that is my turn. So the Keyraken comes at me with three cards. We have a Shield Arm, a Devour Hole. The Keyraken gains Skirmish and Prey that is powerful creature. It fights, then readies, deals 3 damage to Brachiaditus and readies. And then a Drag to Your Doom, purge my most powerful creature. Okay, well that's that then. Brachiaditus is purged. Bye bye. And then the Keyraken no longer has any target, so he will reap. Gain 1 Ember. Okay. My turn. Okay, I guess I will go with Untamed, yeah. So let's play a Kangafant. That ability will be very nasty against the Keyraken. Each creature gains Reap, destroy this creature. Kind of works a little bit against the Sorarium, but well, we'll see. And then Spore Gorger. And we'll play the Punctuated Equilibrium, so I discard 3 cards, and I refill my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, what have we got in there? An Altruist Rostrum with a Capture. Interesting. Pestergrove. Each creature enters play enraged. Wow, this deck just does not want anybody to reap. That is quite hilarious. Wipe Clear, Medicus Lacus, nice. Guildpine Nestcaster with the 2 capture icons, okay. Reap, exhaust a creature, and a Trojan Sauropod, yeah. Lovely. Okay, so do I want to get each creature to enter play enraged? I don't think I do. Because then I kind of want them to like reap and get destroyed while Kangafant is out there. So I think I'm just going to discard the Pestergrove. Alright, and then I've got a heavy Saurian hand there, plus 1 card at the end of my turn. Oh, infighting, hello. Okay, let's continue after a quick interruption. Nothing to worry about. Alright, so then it's the Keyraken's turn. 3 cards. Whirlpool Eddy. Gain 1 Ember. A Race to the Surface. Gain 1 Ember. The Keyraken has not advanced, so it does nothing. And a Tide Down. Gain 1 Ember. Put one of my creatures on the bottom of my deck. Alright, well, obviously what's in the best interest of the Keyraken is for Kangafant to be put at the bottom of my deck. And the tide is not high, so no archive. Okay, the Keyraken reaps. And the Shield Arm reaps and is not destroyed, because Kangafant is no longer there. Okay, and that is the Keyraken's turn. We have the Keyraken at 6 Ember, willing to move forward. Okay, so I need to do something about this. I guess I would have to go with Saurian. Okay. So, deal 1 to each creature, destroy each upgrade. The destroy each upgrade thing is pretty good against the Keyraken. Um, right, so yeah, I think my only option right now is definitely Saurian. So let's start with the wipe clear to gain an ember, even though it hurts me more than anything. Deal 1 damage to each creature, that's that. That is taken on the armor. Destroy each upgrade, there's none of them in play. I will then play a Medicus Lacus over here. I will not play the Trojan Sauropod, I don't think that would be wise. And I will play the Altruist Rostrum, capturing 1 on Medicus Lacus, so reducing the Keyraken's Ember by 1. And then I will spend my 2 Ember to raise the tide. Up and tide high. Oops. There. There we go, 5-0. That's correct. Okay, and that is my turn. I prevent the Keyraken from advancing. Call of the Void. Yeah, we've had that before. Lupodus card, nice. I like him. Horrid Sinan again. Coucou mon doudou. And the Sink or Swim. Okay, that'll be good. Yeah, the Sink or Swim plus Call of the Void will be quite useful there. Nice. Okay, so it is the Keyraken's turn. Okay, 3 cards. A Tenacious Arm. That will steal my stuff. Defend the Keyraken. Gain 1 Ember. Ward the Keyraken and each of its creatures. Lovely. And finally, a Grappling Tentacle that captures nothing from me. Okay, the Keyraken will reap. Okay, 1 Ember. The Shield Arm will reap, gaining 1 Ember. And the Whirlpool AD will stun and exhaust 1 of my creature that is not already stunned. I guess it will be Spore Gorger. Back. Okay, and that is the Keyraken's turn. Ready to advance. Okay, my turn. So I think, I mean, the infighting will definitely be handy in dealing some damage, but it's not going to destroy anything. So yeah, I think it is wiser to do some Sink or Swim and then Call of the Void. Destroy it and its control is 1. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's go with Unfathomable. So I will play a Horrid Sinan over here, the Guilt-Bind Netcaster over here, then I will do a Sink or Swim to exhaust this and each of its neighbor. There we go. And then I will do a Call of the Void, gaining 1 Ember. And exhaust a creature. I will choose the Grappling Tentacle. It is this exhausted, so I will destroy it. And the controller loses 1 Ember. Alright. Very nice. And that pops the ward of the Keyraken because of the damage dealt by the destruction of the Grappling Tentacle. Okay. We are drawing a Mookling with a capture. Oh, neat. A Hookmaster. A Wicolia. And a Deepwater Gruen. Lovely. Alright, that's cool. Cool stuff in there. So the Keyraken advances for 6. Put myself a marker and Keyraken advances 1. And lowers the tide. Okay. Alright, 3 cards coming up. Defend the Keyraken again. So much for warding the Keyraken. Back for, well, removing that ward. And that was 1 ember. Primordial. The Keyraken gains Reap. Archive 1 adventure card. Lovely. And a Slippery Arm. Okay, the Keyraken will Reap. So gain 1 ember. And archive 1 adventure card. Then those are exhausted, they don't do nothing. And the Whirlpool AD will stun and exhaust 1 of my creature that is not already stunned. Well, I think the Horrid Sinan is a prime target there. Since this one cannot reap because of the Sorarium. How silly. Okay. Yeah, I think that Sorarium does not work well with this deck. Very matchup dependent. Okay. So, yeah, I think it would be wise to go with the Untamed there. Yep. Alright, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so let's start with the infighting. So, infighting. So, on my side, 2 damage dealt to Horrid Sinan, 4 damage on Spore Gorger, which is destroyed, and 4 damage on Medicus Lacus. Okay, and then on this side, that's the ward popped there, and this guy being destroyed, which pops the ward of the Keyraken. Lovely. Okay, next. We are going to put down... hold on, I don't want the tide to be low while I play Deepwater Gruan, but I don't actually have any way to raise the tide, because I only have 1 ember. That's unfortunate. Well, there's not much I can do about this, so it will just have to be. So I will play the Deepwater Gruan, I gain 2 ember, and the Keyraken gains 1 ember. So, up. Okay. Then I will play Lupodus card, and I will deal 2 damage to an enemy creature. Let's say... Do I pop the ward of this guy, or do I deal 2 to this one? I think this is a tough one, I'm not entirely sure, but I think this I can destroy fairly easily, but I need is taunted, so let's pop that ward. There we go. Okay, and then I will play Mookling over there, capturing 1 ember. Let's put that ember on Lupodus card, he's pretty solid. Okay, so that's 1 ember less on the Keyraken. Right, so the keys cost +2 for Keyraken. So at the moment, I guess I don't need to raise the tide. I can keep it that way for now, and raise the tide next turn if need be. We shall see. Keep my ember, try to get to forge a key so I can reduce the armor of the Keyraken. Okay, we draw a Physicus Felix. Nice. A Photic Raider. A Kirigild Spine. Oh, yeah. And another Physicus Felix. Cool. Lovely. So, the Keyraken does not advance, so it will have 3 cards coming up, plus 1 from the archive. So let's start with the archive, which is a Tenacious Arm. Okay. Then, a Lashing Tentacle, a Titanic Maw. Keyraken gains Skirmish, Prey, the most powerful creature. And finally, the evil in the ranks. Deal 3 damage to each of my flank creatures. So that's Mookling destroyed, and 3 damage on Lupo discard. The tide is not high, so the Keyraken does not archive an adventure card. Well, okay, I'm glad about that. Now, the Keyraken gains Skirmish and Prey, the most powerful creature, so that is both Deepwater Gruin and Medicus Lacus. I think the prime target here would be Deepwater Gruin, because then he can finish off Lupo discard and Medicus Lacus at the same time. So the Keyraken will fight Deepwater Gruin. So that's 3 damage dealt on Deepwater Gruin, and then 3 damage on Lupo discard, which destroys it, and 3 damage on Medicus Lacus, which destroys it. So they're both destroyed, and that's 3 amber going back on the Keyraken. There we go. Okay. The shield arm will reap. The tenacious arm will reap. And steal 1 from me. So +1, -1. Okay, this thing is working okay actually. It doesn't really slow me down that much. And then this will stun and exhaust one of my creatures that is not already stunned. So currently this cannot reap anyway because of the Sorarium, so let's just put the Deepwater Gruin down. There we go. Okay. Nice. My turn. So I've got my 2 Physicus Felix, which can exhaust stuff. Or I can slow down the Keyraken a little bit with the Unfathomable. I think that is the way. Yep. Okay. So let's move stuff to the right. We shall begin with okay, by order of power. Let's put the Hookmaster down. Then in which order should I put things? Wicolia or Kyrgyzspine? Let's play Wicolia and then Kyrgyzspine and a Photic Raider which captures 2 Ember. Tweak. And then I guess so this guy cannot reap because of the Sorarium. That's nice. This one will get unstunned. So I could always throw it at something. This Tenacious Arm is kind of annoying because it will steal all my stuff. So although the Lashing Tentacle, because here I'm gonna spend 2 Amber, so it doesn't really matter if they reap. So So I'm going to use the Guildspine Netcaster to fight the Lashing Tentacle here, dealing 2 damage to the Lashing Tentacle. So that Guildspine Netcaster destroyed. And then I will spend my 2 Ember to raise the tide. So that's my Ember gone. And the tide is high. There we go. Okay, and that is my turn. The Keyraken will advance again. So we draw another Physicus Felix. Jeez, 3 Physicus Felix. Wow. All tied up. Ambermancy. And Ostracize. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of Physicus Felix. So the Keyraken advances for 6 and lowers the tide. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The tide is low and the Keyraken has advanced twice. Okay. Then the Keyraken will do a race to the surface. Gain 1 Ember. For each time the Keyraken has advanced, it will archive 1 adventure card and I draw that many cards. So that is the 2 card coming up. Okay. And I draw a Brachiaditus, so there's 2 Brachiadituses and a Spore Gorger. Is there 2 Brachiaditus? Hold on. That's no. Ooh, that's a maverick Brachiaditus. So yeah, there are two Brachiaditus. One of them is a maverick in unfathomable. That is awesome. That is so cool. All right, I don't think I can make any use of it because there's not a ton of capture besides the photic radar, but that is cool nonetheless. Awesome. Alright, so that's the Grace to the Surface done. Then we have a Zealot Revelation. Shuffle the adventure discard pile into the adventure deck. Then the Keyraken archives 3 adventure card. If the tide is high, I may lower the tide instead. Well, it's not, so... Okay, we have one card coming up. Okay, the Keyraken archives 3 cards. Ouch! And then we have one card remaining to play this turn, which is a Swift Current. So the Keyraken gains 2 Ember. Then the Keyraken will fight with its Titanic Maw. I think it does want to destroy the Kyrgyz Spine, so it will, I guess, fight Wikolia. So it will fight Wikolia, so that destroys Wikolia. And then deal 3 damage to each neighbor, so that's Kyrgyz Spine destroyed, and then 2 damage on the Hookmaster. There we go. Then the Shield Arm will reap. The Tenacious Arm will reap and not steal anything, because there's nothing to steal. Same with this Tenacious Arm. And then the Lashing Tentacle, Prey, the most powerful creature, so that is the Protogruan. So it will fight the Protogruan and finish it off. And then I will stun and exhaust one of my creature that is not already stunned. I guess the Horrid Sinan is once again a prime target. Yes, it's an ambulance. Alright, and that is the Keyraken's turn. With a pretty savage turn and ready to advance once more. Alright, lovely. So, what can I do about any of that? Yes. So I can lay down the Physicus Felixes and I guess purge a creature with Ostracize. Embermancy will not help me in any way. All Tied Up will, well, raise the tide, but that's about it. Brachiaditus can stun his neighbors and then get 1 Ember from each of them. Yeah. And then the Spore Gorger does just a creature. So, I guess I could fight and finish off a Lashing Tentacle. Then I can't rip with this guy. So I can get 1 Ember back from it with the Brachiaditus. That's not really great. I don't think that's a good play. Yes, that's okay. I guess but I can't. Yes. The tide has to be high for me to exalt anything with Physicus Felix, so without having any Ember to raise the tide, I cannot. And the only option there is the All Tied Up. I really don't have any good option. And then I can lose 1, but I'm not making any Ember if I go Saurian, so that's that. Yeah, I really don't have any good option right now. If I go with Unfathomable, I'm not raising the tide either. I guess, yeah, Untamed is my only option if I want to raise the tide. Yep, that's right. Okay, so let's do an All Tied Up. I gain 1 Ember. And I raise the tide. Then I will play a Spore Gorger over here. And I will play Embermancy just for the Ember. There's nothing that has +1 power counters, so that's that. Right, so now it's the 3 power creatures that cannot reap, because this guy has +4, although that's going to change because the Keyraken is going to advance, lowers the tide, so this becomes 2 again. Yep. Okay, anyway, that is my turn then. Yep. And we have Defeatist. Okay. So the Keyraken advances for 6 once again. Lowers the tide. I'm in really bad shape. 3, 4, 5, 6. Lower the tide. Third advance. I am in a really bad position. Because the Keyraken is gonna dish out a bloody ton of archive. So there's a ton of archive, plus then 3 cards coming after that. Alright, let's start with the archive. We have Devour Whole. The Keyraken gains skirmish and prey the least powerful creature. So it's got both the most powerful and the least powerful, so you can go for anything. Well, I guess I'll just go for the Hookmaster. So it will fight Hookmaster, deal 3 damage to Hookmaster, which destroys it. And then deal 3 damage to each neighbors, which is Photic Raider. So that brings 2 Ember back to the Keyraken. And the Horitzinen. Okay, and then the Keyraken readies. Then we have a Crushing Arm. A Lashing Tentacle. Behold his grandeur! The Keyraken gains 1 Ember for each creature controlled that shares a house with 1 or more of its neighbor to a maximum of 4. 0. Yay! And a Preternatural Will. If the tide is low, heal 6 damage from the Keyraken. Alright, that's that. Okay, so that archive wasn't the worst. Then we have the normal cards. Into the Abyss. Gain 1 Ember. Discard my hand and draw 4 cards. Okay, well that's that then. Goodbye Physicus Felixes. And I draw 1, the Chosen One. Ooh, yeah! I don't know if I had a Chosen One before. That's really cool. 2, 3 Kangafant is back, and I have to shuffle my discard. And I draw the Imperial Road. Okay. Okay. Then we have a Race to the Surface. Gain 1 Ember. For each time the Keyraken has advanced, it archives 1 adventure card. So that is 3 adventure cards being archived. And then there's still 1 coming up. And I draw 1, 2, 3. Yes! Give me 1 second. And then Emergence. 1 Ember to the Keyraken. Destroy 1 of my artifact and exhaust 3 of my creatures. Well, so right now it turns out that the lowest power is Tenacious Arm, so let's destroy the Sorarium, thank you very much, and exhaust my Spore Gorger. Okay. Alright. Short break to take care of my daughter. Okay, and we are back. So let's continue the Keyraken's turn. So now the Keyraken has Skirmish, prey the most powerful creature, so it will fight the Spore Gorger, dealing 3 damage. Then the Shield Arm will Reap. The Tenacious Arm will Reap. And steal 1 from me. Then the other Tenacious Arm will Reap. And steal 1 from me. Lovely. The Lashing Tentacle will prey the most powerful creature, that is the Spore Gorger, so it destroys the Spore Gorger. This stun and exhaust one of my creatures. If all of my creatures are stunned, destroy Whirlpool AD. Well, none. I don't have any creatures, so again, this is contentious on whether it stays or not. I will say it stays. Then the Keyraken's creature with the highest power captures 1 Ember from me. If I have no Ember, destroy Swift Current and lower the tide. It is already low. Okay, so that's the end of the Keyraken's turn. I have no more creatures, so the Titanic Maw is destroyed. And the Keyraken has a bloody gigantic pile of Ember. Ugh. So yeah, this game is really not going my way at all. What can I do this turn? I can... So if I go Saurian, I can do a Carpe Venum and an Imperial Road. Yeah, that's nice. Kangafant. Yeah, well, I don't think there's anything I can do that will stop the Keyraken from advancing this turn anyway. That is cool. Chosen one. Yeah, Lupo discard. Hello. Nice. Alright, well, I think that's game. Let's play Net Spinegate Caster, the chosen one. All of that. Yeah. Alright, ready. Draw 2 cards. Pester Grove. And Fortigrader. Okay, and then that's the Keyraken advancing for 3 and destroying everybody. Alright, so that was that. Karoleena, Governor of Cherrybranch. What an intriguing deck. So we've got a ton of rares in this deck. We've got, yeah, Brachiaditus, 2 of them, including a Maverick, which is really cool. Although, to be honest, I really don't know how relevant that card is, because capture-wise we have the Photic Raider. I mean, we've got the Altruist Rostrum will most generally capture once, and then that's it as an artifact. And the Mookling. So we've got 3 capture cards, so making the most out of the Brachiaditus. I mean, there are 3 Physicus Felix, so I guess if the opponent has no board, I can exalt my creatures and then put down the Brachiaditus. Maybe. But the fact that you have to stun the neighbors as well is pretty nasty. Like, ugh. Yeah, otherwise, not entirely sure how to play this deck. This is a very weird deck. We've got the Pester Grove to make creatures enraged when they come in, which, considering there's a lot that want to reap, that's not really great. We've got this guy, the Spore Gorger, and then we have the Kiri Guildspine that works against it, because that's after an enemy creature reaps. So, okay, that's good. So, yeah, I mean, and then there's Wikolia that wants to reap as well. Another Spore Gorger. So, yeah, that is intriguing. And then on the other hand, we have the Kangafant that says reap, destroy this creature. So that, I don't know. I really don't know. I think I will have to play this deck a few times to try and figure out what the hell it wants to do, because it's so weird. And yeah, with the Sorarium as well, creatures with the lowest power cannot reap. So, I mean, the creatures overall are pretty reasonably big in this deck. Like, the lowest is 2, which does get bigger, so the Photic Raider, which gets bigger if the tide is high, so there's that. And then, and there's this one, the Guildspine Netcaster. And then there's 2 creatures at 3 power, So there's not a lot, most of them are bigger, but yeah. So strange, such a strange deck. Yes, we'll definitely have to explore that one a little bit more because it is very, very weird. Alright, so thank you very much for watching this game of Keyflock's Adventure of the Crucible versus the Keyraken. I wish you a nice day and I will see what this buzzing is about. Bye bye!